Got a big little friend like Scarface. Talk about the J Quills, get a slap face. Now that y'all still lost in a rat race. Get up out the sewers, we ain't no shooters for no crap case. We the type of niggas make a block shake. On the court halfway with a pop fake. Come to my shows to the whole crowd quake. I taste better with your minds, my prostate. It's alright. Nah, really though. I've been in it since a nigga was a little hoe. I've been chillin' since the kiddies call me Big Bro. Now I'm your mother's mother. Undercovers telling stories like you was this old. Since we started this road. Now I head on back to your kinfolk. Little broke nigga with a young soul. I don't fuck with you no more. Yo. Agitated, stirring some cocaine in my coffee. I'm the masturbator. Argue with men on morning walks. I'm the fast evader. Won't find me answering no calls. Try and catch me later. Can't do it now, won't work at all. I fall back and spring forth off a mattress flat. Fucked up landlord on my ass. You gon' catch this fade before you knock me outside. Let me grab my Crocs, some mismatched socks. Knickknacks knocked off the counter. My cat's pissed off. Guess it's by Felicity. My kitty left with my tones. We on the road, leading nowhere but far from home. Calling my mama and she won't pick up the phone. I know you busy, but your baby's cold. Not from cold weather. And all this world getting old, and I ain't getting any younger. I got hella wrinkles, my bones tingle when it's about to rain in snow fields, like getting hit by a train. Post 9/11, CSA stole my cane. What the fuck? These are confessions of a teenage dirtbag turned strung out adult who struggled in adolescence. Struggled to pass her tests, not cause she wasn't smart, just wasn't invested. Learning shit I ain't gon' use and made me pop an Excedrin. I migrated out the suburbs to a city of urban delights. Drunk nights and bar fights, kids shot in bright lights, big lows and big highs. We say hello, then we say goodbye. Adios, Casamigos. I'm 27 and I feel gross, I'd rather smoke, I won't lie. And ATL is still illegal, but these cops can suck my DUI. Don't underestimate my past life, I'm past trying to keep y'all happy, I keep me safe. I take my naps and save my grace. I take my path and fix my face up. Don't catch me slipping, I'm sitting in place on the throne. What's happening, baby? Consciousness and lo-fi. I am the most high, but these low skies bright red, like they sun-dried tomato fields where I sold my soul to myself. I'm a low life. I climbed my family tree and things I seen that left me tongue-tied. Peter picked peppers, Betty bought butter. She should have known better, but he learned from his mother. Betty on her own, gotta cook for her brother. Brother missed dad, don't know why Betty don't love him. He left for ciggies the other day, and surely he's coming. Back to the love, back to the care, back to the fights, back to the stairs, back to them late night wake-ups and daddy I'm scared. Back to the questions asked with no answer prepared. Maybe not. Now Betty and her brother do her best. Peter's always fine and he's always passing tests. And Betty's doing well up on the surface, I guess, but this house ain't no home and there's pain in her chest. Please, somebody listen.
one time. Drop some emojis in the chat. We're about to begin. All right. So, I wonder if that handy dandy schmandy is nearby. I wonder if the music. Oh, well, looks like it's not there. Welcome to Live at 5, y'all. Makers FM.
You're now tuned in to Makers Radio, best in the world. If you don't know, now you know.
What's good, y'all? New intro? Maybe. I just kind of improvised that. That was crazy, right? Y'all rock with that, right? Let me go ahead and switch the camera around, see if this works. Yeah. Had to swap around a little bit. Make sure this works. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. We are live here on Makers FM.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
And if you haven't tapped in before, this is going to be a great space. I'm excited for tonight. Y'all excited for tonight? I'm going to run some frequencies for the one time. How are y'all feeling today? It is currently July 10th, 2025. So with that being said, let's run some frequencies for the one time. Rare Species is right there, yup. Dope new intro. I literally had to pull one out of my drive. I had a bunch of different beats that I had just kind of playing. I was like, you know what, let me go and improvise real quick. Also, I told myself I'm gonna start bouncing out all of the beats that I made over the last 7 years. So let's see who's currently with us right now. We have 155 people watching us from X, formerly known as Twitter, 16 people on Twitch, and YouTube we have 15 folks. So yeah, we're live right now. We're about to be getting deep into it today. How are y'all feeling today? I see Crash is dealing with some back pain. Hope that passes, brother. Arsenzo is amongst us. What's good, Arsenzo? I also see Silver Rose, Rare Species, Tyler Ocean. Okay, we got pretty consistent. Pretty sure everybody will pop up and as time goes on. Fold Baron. I am sure as everybody will get deep into it, I'm actually gonna make a post on Vault. Be like, I'm live right now on about to do it. Let the Vault know. This post real quick. Copy. Make a message. Drop a selfie in there too. I'll drop a little selfie. Yeah, it was feedback. Not sure if it's working though, is it? Should be. Yeah, there is. It should be feedback. I don't know why it's not working. Commands. Let's just type it in, see if it works. Yeah, feedback. It should work. Hold on. Let me see here. I might have to re-engage the Twitch joint because it's not properly working. Oh, there we go. There we go. It works properly now. Gotta go ahead and cash that check.
We need to cut that check, okay?
ASAP.
ASAP!
It like just worked on my end, but I don't know what just happened. That was weird. That was very, very weird. Yeah, Streamlabs might be a little offline, I think. They need to fix that ASAP. Fix it ASAP.
ASAP!
Kaelin sound like a game show announcer. Listen, man, you know the vibes. Do you know what today is? Today is a special day. Today's a very special day, man. How's the stream? What's good? We just started. We're only 5 minutes into me being on camera. You know what I'm saying? We're only 5 minutes in. Today, low-key feedback Thursday. Low-key. But what I'm about to do is I'm about to post this a few places. A few places, few spaces. I realized I didn't make a post today for it. Usually I have the letter Q, but I guess the letter Q want to take a break today. There we go. There we go. Oh, dude, that Hannibal jam, bro, I cannot wait to finish the music that we worked on. I cannot wait to play that music for you guys. I currently want to figure that out right now with him, but it was fun. That was a great thing. But Mayo, the coldest says, where can we send beats? So I'm gonna show you. Here you go. You got to hit that little feedback command. And I don't know if just this joint is being slow, but I'm gonna turn it on, turn it back off. Okay. Try it again. Feedback Thursday. So you submit here, and I'll actually show you guys the window where you guys can submit. But today is Feedback Thursday. And the beautiful thing about Feedback Thursday is we get a chance to listen to some of the most dopest submissions. We've discovered some incredible talent. You guys who have been a part of Feedback Thursday know what the deal is. So I'm very excited for today. We got a good amount of submissions. It might be calm, depending on the vibe, but if you want to be able to submit, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that in a second. Let me pull this up. Feedback Q slots, right here. So feedback Q slots. If you're looking, if you're peeping, if you're seeing what's going on, this is the feedback Q slot page. It's on my Gumroad. You can access it. It literally just says Q slots. It said it might be calm. That's debatable. Basically, to give you a little detail of what it is, we essentially have a space like today, Thursdays, where you can reserve a queue space to get your track reviewed live during Feedback Thursday streams. Now, here's the details. Each submission will have a maximum of 5 minutes for live feedback. What is accepted is songs, beats, instrumentals, sample flips, or videos. You know, if you have a beat video or anything like that, this is the space to be able to submit it. What is not accepted, though, is full albums, projects, or non-related content. Any random audio or unrelated videos or memes. Only submit relevant things. And the queue opens literally every single 10 a.m. Eastern morning time. So like on Thursdays, and you find that you are awake at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you can submit here for the feedback queue slot to have your track, your video, whatever it is, given feedback, honest feedback here on the stream. And so giving everyone equal chance to grab a slot. Now, how it works is you purchase your queue slot to secure your place. And after you check out, you'll be directed to a submission form. And that submission form will be a Google Drive link where you can join the stream to hear your feedback live. Now, here is what is important to notice. Spots are capped. Submit early to secure yours. Priority order as well. If you skip the line, you will be first. And we got 27 spots remaining. So if you want to tap in, I highly suggest you to do that. One submission rule: once you submit for a free slot, you cannot submit again unless you purchase a slot. Like, you gotta skip the line. Otherwise, you'll be placed in the back of the line. And we don't want that, guys. As well, one submission per person at max for each of the slots. The deadline, once the stream starts or all the slots are completely filled, no more submissions will be accepted. We kind of go all the way to the very end, okay? So that's usually the vibe. Any inappropriate or non-relevant submissions will result in a permanent ban. So, yeah. But nonetheless, I've been peeping some people talking about like the Feedback Thursdays here on the stream, and I want to be able to like talk about it before we get deep into it today. I know a few people have asked me, like, you know, Kaelin, like, you know, I want you to be able to give some honest feedback about what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. And let me kind of paint the preference of what my job is. I believe that I have here for you guys when it comes to these Feedback Thursdays. I understand that there is a responsibility with creating an environment like this to not only just offer the feedback, but also give some honest critique on how to make it better. Now, I will give y'all some genuine thought process, right? If you find that you submit a track to me and I don't say much about it except for it's really dope, I like the way you did X, Y, and Z, or I make a little small suggestion, outside of that, I think everybody who has ever submitted has made a really great striven effort to make great music. And I think the hardest part is, how do you tell someone that's already something that it's already good to make it better, unless you specifically ask, what can I do better? So I feel like this space is intended for me to like tell you guys like my honest reaction. Now, what I do also offer is Makers Plus, which is where you can book a consultation with me one-on-one. And we've had a couple people, book some consultations, and that is where you can get like, one-on-one, ask me direct questions on, Kaelin, what can I do specifically? I think this space is dedicated to offer transformation through just dialogue, communicating, and having the time one-on-one to be able to share whatever you want. And so Feedback Thursdays, I can give you what I got and what I'm aware of that everybody every single week has been doing. You guys have been dropping the craziest things just casually in the chat. I've discovered some insane talent just through Feedback Thursdays. And so I think for today, if you guys want me to be even more honest, I will do my very bestest to even be more honest. But I think something I want to also say is I've never had harsh critique go necessarily well, quote unquote. I'm not someone that gives harsh critique, so don't expect that from me today, okay? If you're expecting me to be harsh, I'm not gonna be that guy, unfortunately. I'm gonna be very, very much who I am. And I love who I am, okay? You know what I'm saying? I already saw what happened with Timbo. I already saw what happened with all these OGs. I'm not about to go down that rabbit hole, okay? I'm not about to do that. And so, I don't think there's any beauty in just telling someone something's trash without telling someone how to like help. Like, it's one thing to like provide criticism, but to actually say like, this is what you can do better. I heard around this part. And I'm gonna give you one good example of this. I'm gonna give you one good example. To tell you how unique Feedback Thursdays is, we have at max about 50 submissions that come through on these Feedback Thursdays, right? So for about the next 4 hours, we're gonna be listening to music. Literally gonna be listening to music. And as well, I made this analogy when it comes to listening to music and giving my honest feedback. It's like sometimes when I get submissions, certain submissions will feel like, I'm gonna give you a good example. See this cup of tea here? It's a cup of sweet tea. Now, the cup of sweet tea that you saw had water, had the herbal, and had sugar. But only I know that, okay? Not everybody that submits tells me what is inside of their cup. Not everybody tells me what they want their cup to taste like. Not everybody says, I want my cup to taste a little bit, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's different flavors. And so I have to be able to pull back what I'm looking at through a cup of tea. A cup of tea. And be like, this is what I see, this is what I see, this is what I see. And so I've always learned, unless there's something specifically you want to say when it comes to like harsh critique, I'd rather not say it at all, because I feel like the way that I communicate, I have so many analogies left and right that pop up as I'm speaking. And I know if I say something the wrong way, someone gonna be like, oh, well, Kaelin said my beat was trash. She said, it's like, you know, I don't want anybody to feel like what they worked on, like they spent their time, their energy, and their efforts on was trash. I'm not gonna do that, okay? That's not my job. That's just not, okay? I believe my space here is intended to uplift people by letting y'all know what you're doing is actually great. It's actually great. I just want you guys to believe it, okay? Like, you guys believe you're great. There's little nuances to get better at it, and I will make those suggestions. Trust me, I will make those suggestions if you ask. And if you're a part of the stream right now, and I'm about to go through the skips for right now, I will give you honest critique. But don't expect me to be mean. That's not my job. I've never had growth through like being mean. I think being brutally honest is another thing. But if you ask me a direct question, Kaelin, how can I get better at X, Y, and Z? I will tell you how to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. It's all love. So with that being said, we got submissions tonight. A milli tutorial videos from K on YouTube as well. Man, y'all about to start seeing me upload mad videos, okay? Mind you, then that's a sidebar. But expect a lot more honesty, and I don't necessarily like downplay it. It's just y'all already do good, and like unless you want me to specifically say something, I will say something. So with that being said, let's get into it, guys. We got submissions. We got skipping. So let's see what's going on here. We got the first submission for feedback queue slots. And if you want to tap in with that, we got approximately 27 remaining. And if you wanna skip the line, cop for that. Go ahead and cop that little skip ahead. Skip ahead. It won't hurt. I don't bite. I don't bite. All right. So with that being said, first and foremost, we got Bougie. And Bougie has submitted us a track. And with this track, he says here in quote, figured I'd sharing something more recent / experimental. Enjoy, y'all. See what's going on. I'm gonna go straight to the SoundCloud link. Let's see what's going on. Wait a second. Hold up. It's playing, but it's not coming through. So that means I got to do something here. And that means bam, bam, boogie to B. There we go.
You better move. You better move. You better move.
Oh my God, what in the world did we just witness? What? First and foremost, that track was crazy. I love the textures that you put on the track. I love the textures and especially like the melody that joint is. What in the world? It gives me like Low Limit from 2009. And if anybody knows who Low Limit is, Low Limit had a lot of like records that texturally would start bending with frequencies, and it was like LFO kind of like, that's a lot of the energy that I get from this. I think specifically when it comes to something like this, I remember going, back in the day when I started like blending the idea of like experimental beats and like, trap or pop or hip hop vocals, that specific, you kind of have to bend your will to not bend your will, but bend the will of the acapella to your beat. So I noticed that the beat itself has these elements that are like, drag that vocal back maybe a good, like, I want to say a third of a second, right? Just to the right. And I think the more and more that you tweak this, I think this for sure, if you make them drums punch a little bit more, bro, that is something you could play at a show. Low key, I would actually consider throwing in a clap to layer with that rim. That way you got like two different sounds you can blend together. But I love being able to take stuff like this and it cranks the dial. It cranks the dial a little bit. But this is tough, bro. As well, someone mentioned like turn up the kick. You got that, bro. You got the ear. And literally, Stella says it here. You can't coach this kind of presence. Like literally, that's something you that's something you either have or you don't. You develop it. You know, that's a developed thing. And it was heat, bro. Absolutely heat. And I definitely appreciate you submitting, dude. So definitely on that experimental loop. I'm honestly down that rabbit hole right now. So yeah, I thought about low key, like, what if I start wearing like, because we're talking about experimentalism. What if I start wearing these and start putting pins on it? I don't know. Crazy thought. Up next, Tyler Ocean is up next. And he says here, track from my upcoming album, Enjoy. Tyler Ocean, if you're with us, you mentioned you might be. So let's go. Moonwalk. Definitely Bruce Hornsby energy. Shout out Tyler Ocean. So I love what you did here, especially with the instrumentation. It had that was definitely very Lynn drum. Okay. I could hear that emu kind of energy in there as well. I could also hear, what's the other drum machine that I'm thinking about? I'm thinking of a few things right now. Actually, the Yamaha RX-5, right? It's definitely down that rabbit hole of like late 80s jazz, funk, kind of like synth heaven kind of energy. I think a few things. Yeah, the Lynn drum. The Lynn drum is crazy. Have you messed with the Lynn drum, Silver Rose? I think you would appreciate that mug. That is honestly like late, like the Lynn 9000 specifically. I think specifically when it comes to this, I think you have so many great ideas. I think there's so many great ideas, and like the synths doing all of these cool different motions and movements, it does feel very video game-ish. And that's not a bad thing. I think that's really good. I think one of the things that I enjoy about video games is it sounds like you're traveling somewhere. I would find a little bit of a ways, if that track is done or if it isn't, I would find a little bit of a ways to give the drummer and the bass parts some sort of space, because throughout the whole thing, it is like the drums, the bass, the synthesizers, and the chords, but there's no breathing room for all the parts to have their own moment. I feel like with a track like that, every single piece has to have its own moments. Okay. And I've been understanding with records like that, it's definitely very Bruce Hornsby-ish. So you're definitely down the right track. I would just recommend shaving off some parts to allow all the elements you have to have its own moment, have its own space. Because if not, for let me see how long it was for. That was 3 minutes basically. 2 minutes and 58 seconds, 3 technically. It can sound like a lot of different ideas, but the main point that I'm looking at is that drum break and that bass. And then you start working your way up. Like I would recommend starting with the drum, the bass line, and then the chords, and just start sprinkling all these different things as it goes. And musically, that's how music is supposed to be. Music is supposed to give you a core idea, and it just over time evolves, goes somewhere, and then it comes back. It brings it back home. That's what bring it back home means. But that's a really good idea, bro. And I'm curious to see like what the project is going to be called. I wonder what kind of style of project is going to be, for that matter. So shout out to Tyler. Up next, we got Jedediah Jones. And he says here in quote, appreciate the feedback from last week. I decided to dive deeper into my sound and really explore my current capabilities. This time, I spun the block on a Brandy song. Oh. I originally did a remix to I Wanna Be Down about a year and a half ago, and it was not, let me say that in caps. It was not a reflection of my current progression, though it sounded good to me back then. LOL. So I decided to redo the remix from scratch. The DAWs I used for this are Korg Triton Extreme, Korg M1, Logic Stock Sounds, and Doobie Powell's Peculiar Sounds V2. That's crazy. Silver Rose, every time I get into like that pasture bag, I think about that moment that Smino said, and God said. But let's get to it. I'm curious to see what's going on. Jedediah Jones remixed I Wanna Be Down, but he remixed it. So we got a new one for him. So let's see what's going on here. I'm curious. A remix. Logic Gang. Logic Gang. I think we're getting it. I think it's gonna play. Will it? It's loading. Oh, there we go.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is my time back, I'll plenty of. I'll dedicate all my love unto you only, baby. I wanna stay by your side, be there to cool you up, and let you know everything will be alright.
That is such a very interesting harmony, bro. That's a crazy ear to have. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jedediah Jones. What's good, Corey? How you doing, man? So, I like it. I think it's really, really good. I think specifically for the sounds you got the Doobie Powell sound. So that's great. You know, shout out to Jedediah Jones for a long time. I think something that I started learning when I was like putting together chords over remixes a long time ago is that like context matters. But I think specifically for this, I think as well, kind of like similar to the last track that I listened to, there's a good combination of like, this is a different thought process. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thought. And I think the different thought here is reharmonizing Brandy's harmonies. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about the song is that you can reharmonize with it. With that being said, I think specifically the ending chords make a lot more sense to kind of like base the remix off of. And as well, when it comes to remixes, you don't have to use the whole acapella like you know, top to bottom, not mess with it. You can mess around with it. Give yourself a means to be able to play with the acapella like you would an instrument. Because when you think about it, the ideas here, specifically with that remix, it kind of opens up the process to do that. You know, you could take "I Wanna Be Down," like you could play whatever chord you want underneath that, but you have to pick the one that actually like sticks. And towards the end, someone mentioned like those chords specifically would be crazy at the end over like a good portion of the hook. But I noticed that the chords started to change. Like the best way I could describe it is the ending chords of like the remix would sound better if you flipped it. If you put those ending chords as like the main hook throughout the whole thing and then switch into the reharm. Because what it does sound like is you have a great like thought process for like ear, but it's like giving it context, you know what I'm saying? And so like no one, like you want to like cool chords are great, but it depends on context. I want to be down. I want to be down. Like you could play but you can't do like you know what I'm saying? Like you can play around with it, but whatever sticks the most is what you build the idea off of. You know what I'm saying? So I think all the ideas that you put in it are great. It's just give it enough space to be able to develop off of a main progression, you know? And yeah, I think that would benefit you the greatest, but I think that was great. So yeah. So this chord is so like iconic. This is basically like a typical house chord. Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves a Sunshine. Bum ba bum, bum ba bum. Everybody loves the sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's the same chord. He basically made that. Corey said, with the skip ahead donate, you will be listening to my upload in this stream. Yes. If you submit at this very moment, I will listen to what you got. Just skip the line. You won't regret it. I like to shape the remixes around the melody and balance harmonies around them. Melody is really the melody is what gives you the indication of a chord being played. So I hope that makes sense. Like build it around the melody and not just because the chords sound good. And I think that's where a lot of people get like chords messed up. It's like, oh, you know, but exactly that, Cento. That's exactly it. Base it around the melody, you know. But shout out to Jedediah Jones. Geese up next says here in quote, Geese says here, my main weakness when it comes to making music is my mixing and leveling skills. I put a version of the song on SoundCloud 2 months ago, but I did not like how the mix sounds. This uploaded is my attempt to try and fix the problems. The SoundCloud version beat is 2 minutes and 17 seconds. So if possible, I would like if you heard both versions to see if it was better on top of any feedback you have overall. Okay, so let's play the SoundCloud one first, and then I'll play the bounce right after that. So Geese says here, don't talk if you're not sure. So let's go. I'm not paying for advertisements with SoundCloud. Sorry. shout out to Geese for the one time. Let's see what's going down with the other submission, because he did send the second version of it. So let's see what he did. Play both versions and see what's going on. All right, let's see what's going on here. Just had a thought. So I think because he specifically asked, my main weakness when it comes to making music is my mixing and leveling skills. I put a version of the song on SoundCloud 2 months ago, but I did not like how the mix sounds. This uploaded is my attempt to try and fix the problems. What I could tell thus far from listening to the second one and the first one is you have, so let's kind of like look at it for verbatim what we got. We got a drum break, we got a bass, we got chords, and we got a vocal sample with another vocal sample that hits right in the middle of it. But then what I hear definitely as a difference is that second vocal comes in a little bit louder than the first version did. There's definitely a kick drum that comes in with a snare on the second version. But what I do hear is not as much of the original version necessarily changed from the second version. And I'll tell you exactly what your problem is. Whether it is your sample or whatever whatever has that crazy vinyl noise floor, that is housing majority of the frequencies in your mix. And nobody likes a muddy mix. If you can clear up the mud, right? Like there's literally noise that's going like it's literally like the lowest part of because I hear it on my speakers. That lower frequency is literally drowning out everything happening on the bass. It's literally taking everything, and I mean literally everything that is happening in the song and just drowning it. And what you need to be able to do is to look at the most muddy thing and clear it up. If it is the drum break, I would recommend putting some sort of ambient thing that can remove specifically. Actually, you know what? I'll give you a good example. Let's see here. Let me actually download it and show you what I'm referring to. Because this is how you'll know. Yeah, take out like the low ends or the mids of like the actual sample, and you'll see how different it sounds. Let me just go ahead and mess your brain up real quick. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you. Let's just play it real quick in my Ableton. I'm not even gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna just do something as simple as just drop it here in my DAW, and I'm gonna do a hard cut. I'm gonna just do a hard cut, and you're gonna hear where it is. I'm gonna do a little resonance. Watch. So you can see right about here. This is just me kind of, literally, this is what I would recommend anybody to do if you're trying to fix, like, if you're trying to find where the mud is in your mix. Literally go to like your lowest filter and just, and this is what, I'm gonna show you something crazy. I'm gonna show you where all the non-musical content is. I'm gonna show you exactly where it is. Let's do a hard cut on the slope real quick. Watch. Do you hear the rumble? This is not musical content, by the way. Do you hear how, you see what I'm saying? This is mud. This is mud. And so literally when it comes down to mixing is you have to clear out space before you can start level. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like that's literally like, this is literally like the frequencies you would typically use to like punch a kick drum. But listen to how much of it is not even musical. But watch, the moment I take this here and just cut off 100, just watch. Now it's a little bit more clear. You know what I'm saying? And so if you do layer a kick on top of that, like then it's gonna make more sense. But you gotta take whatever that main, I would literally recommend taking as much as you possibly can. Mess around with the resonance. Even when you take away the resonance. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. Anything below like 100, you're gonna start getting the more like low end that either you need it for like 808s or a kick drum. Anything else, Playboy, is not necessary. Unless you got an orchestra samples, like cool, you can cut that out and actually like create space. That's what mixing is. So if you ever try and figure out like, you know, your weakness is your mixing, literally practice making space with the sounds that you have. That's how you mix. Make space with the sounds you got. So I hope that helps. Up next, we got Fully Surfing. And we just got a submission. So let's see what's going on here. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Flip it tonight, but that's usually like a doozy because so many people submit tonight. Jesus. You know, he actually DM'd me. Fully actually DM'd me. So let me make sure I look at this right. So Fully Surfing DM'd me. Okay, cool. Never mind. Yo, shout out to Fully, bro. That was crazy. That sample, I might actually download that mug just to be able to flip it. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, submit that to the sample. What's wrong with you? Oh, my. Shondo. But yeah, shout out to Fully, bro. That's That's crazy. Yeah, you need to put that in the Discord. I'm sorry. You got to put that in Discord. You got to put that in Discord. Up next, we got Cuzzo. I don't know. His name is Dontel Ellis. Shout out to Dontel, bro. Y'all remember Dontel? Yeah. So I showed a picture of Dontel to my mom. My mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mom. There's a lot of us out here. But Dontel Ellis says here in quote, "I got a chance to be on the stream last time, but missed it live. So I wanted to interact with you and the Hive today. The song I attached is from a project I'm working on with friends. This song is performed by one of my best friends in music that recently lost his mom. Oh, rest in peace, man. Rest in power. The link is also a beat I did to one of Kaelin's drum loops that I enjoyed producing over. Hope to talk to you at some point, Kaelin, especially since we share the same last name and more importantly, God-given musical talents, right? We literally look the same." You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on here. I'm curious to see what's going on. Dontel Ellis. Let's see here. What are the coincidences? Let's see here.
Need some work.
Let me get your way to sound degrees.
That's my chain.
Real
My
reasons.
chain's in the background.
Hey, now let me think about what came prior. Honest work on 9 to 5 and still got fired. Now looking back, that's a piece of why I'm inspired. But it ain't peace that I'm seeking. Time to set fire. I've been sticking to my goals, that's a regular time thing. But thinking back on my past, glad we stuck to the dream. Me and my bros doing shows with the tank on E. Stincy performing gas, ain't that the track that we need? Look. If I said I did it, what you know about helping moms when your family critics? What you know about saying something when nobody else get it? But I still gotta say that shit. Hope y'all replay that shit, cause I've been chilling in a world of my own, where the things I write down was my life all along. And you could see me as an artist who was jotting a song, but I get it shit my soul while rewriting my wrongs. Check, wrong timing, good goddess. The one who hates to hear all the cop sirens. On the news another protest or stop violence. I'm in the middle of this shit, how could I stop trying? Hey, now let me think about what came prior. Honest work on 9 to 5 and still got fired. Now looking back, that's a piece of why I'm inspired. But it ain't peace that I'm seeking. Time to set fire. Hey, 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 look. I got a homie named Juice who be dying to ball, but the things that's on my mind got me dodging this call. Hope my call go through when I'm calling on God. It's some pain that I ain't dealt with. Inside I'm being selfish for real. Knowing better, I should choose better. Tapes. Even people in my past
good,
saying
Brody?
do better. Now I'm writing so deep, it's a newsletter. Just to expose the things I see like I'm Hugh Hefner. Yeah, I'm leaving and I'm packing my beats. Cause prior to this shit I sat back in my seat, thinking will I get the chance, will I ever release? I've been grateful on the way, so I'm just waiting to see. Yeah. Now let me think about what came prior. Honest work on 9 to 5 and still got fired. Now looking back, that's a piece of why I'm inspired. But it ain't peace that I'm seeking. Time to set fire.
Shout out, bro. Wow. Man, that was really dope. I love the experimentation. I love the tone of the voice, the stacks, bro. That was tight. I liked it a lot. I loved all the everything had its own place. You know what I'm saying? Like everything had its own place, its own space. It didn't sound like anything was conflicting. Music running the family. Bro, I just learned who he is. I showed a picture to my mom. I was like, and then I saw a picture. I was like, yo, we might be related. That might be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is dope. You know, shout out to Ty as well, you know, being able to roll his verse, you know, given what's going on with him and his family. I could definitely tell the inspiration and energy to be able to pull that track off. I have no clue, but we look very similar. I think this is one of the first times I've come across someone that actually looks like me. We look like each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't come across folks that often that just look similar like that. So shout out to Ty, shout out to Dontel. The production is dope. The vocal tones are fire. I'm excited to see like where this goes. If that is finished, let me know. If not, I would actually recommend cranking a little bit of that instrumentation. Raise it up a little bit, tiny bit. But up next, Arsenzo has submitted. And he says here, in quote, "Brother, I need this song on the tape I'm working on. Also need you on this tape as well, brother." Oh, Arsenzo has a tape. He has a tape, everybody. He has a tape, everybody. He has a tape, everybody. He has a tape. He has a tape. He has a tape. So run through the tape. Let's see what's going on. He's out working on it. Not R&B featuring Aiden Grief. Oh boy. Yep. I think this is what I think it is. Yep.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were
No, it
always in
wouldn't be
control?
nice. You're not sponsoring this stream. Okay.
In the band tonight, crying, yeah, I left her hot on the floor, but that made me manly, right? She wanna pop it, I'm going again. If you want some, I give it to you. If you want pop it, I give it to you like a photo. In the back of the bus, I'm a photo.
If I'm so bored with what you do, why you let me?
I got a real issue with you. I got a real issue with you. Yeah. I got a real issue with you, mama. Yeah. I got a real issue with you. Yes. I need the money, power, respect, let's go, let's talk. In the dark, trying to find a life for way too long. Way too long, you know it's me. New door, new seats. Trying to get you everything that you need. Here to help you out. No worry, no doubt. You know what I'm about. You know what I'm about. Don't act like no hoe. Moving around like you don't got no soul. Don't got no soul to walk it out. Don't know what you're about, but you know what I'm about. You know what I'm about. Okay, let's talk again. I know what you wanted then. I know what you wanted now. Okay, stop playing around. If you don't wanna talk again, why do you put away my shit in? Trying to bring me down on your level. But you can't be in real disrespectful. Don't treat this shit like heavy metal.
I love that like transition into that.
Why don't you call me? Just like Jodeci. You got what I need, and I got what you need, baby.
Crying, yeah, I left her hot on the floor, but that made me manly, right? She wanna
I got a real issue with you, I got a real issue with you, mama, yeah. I got a real issue with you, mama, yeah. I got a real issue, a real issue with you.
Shout out to Arsenzo for the one time. Crazy. First and foremost, this man is a freak of nature, okay? I love every time Arsenzo does something, it's just like, I hear what you're doing. I hear what you're doing. God dog it. Especially the sample. I don't know if anybody recognizes, if you haven't heard the album, The Funk Will Prevail, that's where the sample is from. I ended up dropping it on The Funk Will Prevail. So he gets it. He understands. He doesn't understand it now, but he understands. He just understands. He doesn't need to understand it now. He already does. He doesn't need to, he does. That's the calm from The Funk Will Prevail. That's what the song was. From an older project I did precisely 3 years ago. So shout out to Arsenzo for the one time, man. That was incredible. Up next, we got Lorenzo, aka Zoe. And he says here in quote, "You'll never find out which one is me." Oh my God. Dear Lord, what are we about to experience? You'll never find out which one is me? Is this about to become a running gag? Wait a minute. This is the same gentleman that uploaded a video of Wait, he's just uploading random. Yo, this brother's hilarious because he's uploading. He's uploading pictures of random people's faces as the cover for the beat. And he literally says here in quote, "You'll never find out which one is me." And he sends it 2 emojis. Dude, okay, let me hear this beat because now I'm curious. Can we find out who this guy is? Is this possible? What if all this was AI, bro? A strategy they'll never know. Hey. Got my sweet tea. You my sweet tea. Hey, you my sweet tea. Hey. Why my camera went out? Hold up. Why my camera went out? Hey. Why my camera went out? Hey. Why my camera went out? Hey. Yeah, my camera went out. Hold up. Whoa. Why did it go to sleep? My camera went to sleep. That's whack. Where my camera went? It's my sweet tea. Hey, where my camera went? Hey. You'll never know which one is me. Look at my sweet tea. Just look at me. I could be anybody. You can't see me. I be everybody. Hey, I be everybody. You don't know everybody. I just know everybody. I take pictures of everybody. You don't know everybody like I know everybody. You don't know everybody like I know everybody. Everybody. You my sweet tea. I drink sweet tea. With the lemon. Sweet tea. With the lemon. Never let them know your next move. Hey, never let them know your next move. This is tough. I think we discovered a villain arc about to embody with the lemon. Listen, bro, that was fun. I love beats like that. That made me want to freestyle. But now I'm curious to know who this person is. Because part of me thought it was one of these gentlemen. But literally, he only which one of these guys do you think he is? Part of me really thinks it's this guy. I think it's this guy. But what if all these were AI? What if all of these were AI? What if they were? I feel like it's about to. I feel like I just signed myself up for something really, really hilarious. I don't know what to make of it, but you'll never know which one. You'll never find out which one is me. What's crazy is he could pop up at any of the shows. It looks too low quality to be AI, but you could make AI look low quality now. That John Clemmer sample though, that thing was crazy. It made me just want to flow. Like if you make me want to rap over a beat, then you know it's crazy. Okay, so shout out to Zoe and whoever this person may be. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who you are. We're gonna find out. Crash X Fleece says, yeah, I'm not trying to figure that out. I'll let a higher being sort that out. Let God sort them out. Album out at midnight, by the way. Detective Ellis. You know what? Hold on. I gotta cue the proper thing for this. Hold on. I gotta cue the right thing. In case you've been wondering where the sounds come from, we're gonna find out.
I need y'all to help me place.
We gotta find out who this person is. We need to know what you need. Who Beats by Zoe?
I need sounds. Help us identify that snare drum.
We need to find out who this person is. We gonna find it.
We need to find the hi-hat.
We gonna find the sounds.
The snare drum.
We gonna find the sounds.
Save us. Sound detective.
My name is Sound Detective. We're gonna find out who you are, Beats by Zoe, because any of these culprits could be the man, okay? So we need to figure out who that is. And we will find out. And when we do, we will talk about you. Just you. And no one else. Come out with your hands up. I'm joking. Shout out to Zoe for the one time, bro. That was fun. Up next, we got Silver Rose, and he says here in quote, whipped up this joint as a way to practice my drum chopping. Slight volume warning. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got a video. That is amazing. Shout out to Silver Rose for one time. Golly. Bro, you chopped the Bojangles off the Spangle Manor, okay? That was crazy. Okay, I don't mind the volume of the drums because part of it kind of reminded me of like Fatboy Slim in like the early like 2000s. I don't know if anybody's like listened as well to a lot of trip hop. That definitely is more. That's more trip hoppy. That's definitely like shadowish, darn near. I miss when there used to be soul samples and really driving like drum breaks. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a point where like folks used to just take a crazy sample and throw a drum break on it. And it wasn't just like a regular one. It's always like, yeah, bro, I hear the shadow influence in that. You should keep... Do you DJ? Do you scratch by any chance? Do you scratch as well? Can you DJ Silver Rose or do you just produce? because I think something that could quote unquote like level the playing field is, I would recommend sampling movie scenes. Like you should take movie scenes and sample the dialogue throughout your tracks. Trust me, and like play around with the effects and take like what you just did here and like throw like movie dialogue throughout it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it gives. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make a movie soundtracks, make a movie sound, like use the movies. So that's all I got. Shout out to Silver Rose for the one time. Up next, we have Clev. And Silver Rose says, I'll talk about it during the consultation time. Yes! Book a consultation. Book a consultation. Up next, we got Clev, and Clev says here up next. How you doing, Kaelin? First, I just wanna thank you for the previous feedback you've given the past couple weeks. I've been working on the sequel to the mixtape I dropped this year, and I'm planning on putting this song on the project. I originally started this song about 3 years ago. My homie Dalen, Dalen heard it and was like, bro, you have to finish it. So here we are. By the way, the project's coming out September under the title Third Quarter Phasing. Hope you enjoy this joint. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna see what's going on here. I'm curious. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to Clev and Dalen for the one time. Woo! Man, that was crazy. You know, this kind of reminds me of, it does remind me of D'Angelo, but it reminds me of like a growth. It reminds me of like a growth. You know what I'm saying? D-Jack says, if I had to describe this in one word, voluptuous. Yeah, it feels grown. That's what I'm talking about. And I think high key when it comes to like the D'Angelos of the world, the neo soul, and I think one of the things about Voodoo into like 14 years later creating Black Messiah, you could hear that there was a maturity in how the production was approached. And I think for what we just witnessed just a few moments ago, that was incredible. And he said here, I originally started this song about 3 years ago. Yeah, bro, you have to finish this. Like, I would recommend, like, we need more grown music right now. Okay? Like, we need more of that. And I am very, very curious to see what if that's just one song, what is the rest of the project finna sound like? So, nonetheless, I appreciate you sharing that because that was really phenomenal, bro. Like, I hope whatever your wishes for the project, like, not only just happen, but it actually creates the space to do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. Shout out to Clev and shout out to Dalen. Up next, we got McNair. And McNair just gives us the peace sign. And I got a Dropbox link. Insane Summer Walker. Okay.
Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Oh, you running out of time, huh? The time ain't even real. You really need to chill. It's all an illusion. You getting mixed up in the fusion. Whatever it is you trying to see, you can sit down and just believe. But I will never be the same all day.
That's so tough, bro. That's so tough. I think I have one note. Take the vocals and just drag it back. I want to say 20 to 23 milliseconds late. Like just take whatever it is and like zoom in all the way and like drag it behind, because a beat that good deserves the vocals to be dragged back a little bit, just a little bit. And you know what it reminded me of? It has like, it's a different key, of course, but have y'all ever heard of the TV show called Cousin Skeeter? Cousin Skeeter, like Cousin Skeeter, Nickelodeon, Cousin Skeeter. Y'all ever heard of that TV show? That reminded me a little bit of Cousin Skeeter. Yeah. It's like a key below. This is a key below the actual song. And like, that was the first thing I was thinking. It reminded me of that record. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, drag it a little bit late, and I think you will be solid with that joint. Personally, that's what I think would be cool. But you always dropping some crazy stuff every single time you submit. Y'all, my God. Absolutely insane. So yeah. And last but not least, within the skip the line, we have Corey. And Corey says here in quote, "Hey, I just uploaded a beat and add another bounce at the end. So don't get surprised. Have a good stream. Bye." Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. Corey. See what's going on here.
All sense experiences are vibrations of the self. Not just yourself, but the self.
This is exactly what I felt. This would be crazy for a fashion show. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to cash that check.
We need to cut that check, okay?
ASAP.
ASAP!
Yeah. Yeah, I do hear clips on this. This is crazy. I love this the choice selection. Wow.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Son, where'd you find this?
Absolutely phenomenal. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You said don't get surprised. I was a little bit surprised there. I was expecting this beat to be totally different, but that was like a combo between like a late 2007 Clips, 2006 Clips, Hell Hath No Fury, and like a Kanye from like 2009. But it felt modern, especially with that switch. Bro, what the heck? Yeah, that second half was freaking phenomenal. That for sure could have like a Clips like hook on it for certain, and then like Pharrell on the verses or something crazy. Like that's something you for sure hear on like a Need for Speed darn near. Like you would open up the menu and see that. That is Maker's Turismo. Gosh darn it. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, shoot, with another bounce at the end, I think that's really great. I think you got two really strong core concepts that fit pretty well. NBA Street, Tiger Woods PGA. They low-key got NBA Street, beats on Tiger Woods PGA Tour. If you didn't know, PGA Tour does have like beats that were from Just Blaze. Crash says, what have I been doing with my drums? Crash, I actually got a question for you. How do you, like, when you just place your drums down, like, what do you do with your drums? Do you just place the patterns down? Do you, what do you do? Do you just place the patterns down and that's it? Or what? Tyler, the Creator vibes for certainly. That was very dope. It had almost like a New York energy on it. That's why like NBA Street comes to mind. But yeah, man, that is phenomenal work. I think it's dope. I would love to hear like a vocal sample on it. Like, the very ending had that little vocal chop, but like give us a little more of that. Lean into that. That was great, Corey. And with that being said, man, shoot. We just listened to all the skip the line joints. If you want to be able to submit a joint to tonight, we have this thing called feedback Q slots. We are listening to tracks, listening to beats that have been submitted here to Feedback Thursday, which every single Thursday I allot amount of time to be able to have a space to get your music listened to. And so if you want to be able to have your music listened to, highly suggest you to tap in. Skip the line and have your joint submit. But as well, if you want to be able to have a one-on-one with your boy, get a consultation. I have consultations right now that you could be able to tap in with Makers Plus. And Makers Plus, I can guarantee you with having a conversation that you're going to learn a lot about your music, your style, and it gets you a chance to be able to talk one-on-one with me, because like it won't be just the stream. It'll be you and me, Imano. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's certain people who want to be able to have like detail like feedback, but I'm only one guy, and you know, I'm excited. Negron as well. Shout out to Jonathan. He said, I'm excited to sit down for the consult on the 15th. Shout out. Get yourself a consultation if you want to know how to get it. Peep Makers Plus on my website. Boop. Makers Plus right there. Cop it. It's like, you know, 25. You get access to a lot of stuff, but you get access to me specifically. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you subscribe, you'll be able to book a consultation with me one-on-one. Okay? Like, I want to hear specifically from you and me in the same room, same vicinity. Let's talk about things. Let's create the thing that you desire. It is possible. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a brief little intermission. Okay, if you have not grabbed yourself a snack, if you have not submitted to skip this line, I highly suggest you to do so, because we have had 12 great submissions today, and they're all kicking. And so with that being said, I'll be right back. I'm about to use the bathroom. Grab yourself a snack. If you haven't got up and stretched, if you haven't looked at the sky, if you haven't touched the grass, this is your moment to do so, right? And yeah, I'll be exactly right back. BRB.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Neelock, the Beat Ninja, checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, and you are now rocking with the sounds of the one and only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM, Makers Club Radio, live at 5. Let's get it.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know.
Yo, I had to do a hat switch. I was like, my God. Had to do a hat switch. We are back from said break. Yeah, man, we are listening live here to Feedback Thursday. This is a space where you can be able to submit your work and have it feedback. Listen, have like actual authentic feedback. And if you have never tapped in here before, this is a space to do it. Highly suggest you to get into it. So currently right now, I see someone in the chat. His name is Ted, and he says, "No, I have to introduce myself here, Kaelin, bro. I'm going to have to try and submit next week." You can submit right now. You can, if you're watching at this very moment and you want to be able to have your joint listened to right now, get your joint submitted and listened to right here. We have, let me see how many spots we got left. We got 26 spots available. So it's pretty open. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be, you gotta wait till next week. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes next week might not come. So definitely get your spot now. If you got an area, got a time, got an area, energy, this is the space to do it. This is the space to do it. So yes, with that being said, let me see if there's any more submissions. Anybody else that submitted as well. I'm gonna check. Submit if you want to have your joint, listened to, bro. We got an ample amount of spots left. Ample amount of spots. If not, I'm probably gonna cook up today. That's how you do it. So let's get to it. Let's get to it, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Lord. But yes. Time to tap in. So we got some submissions as well here. And up next we got the one and only Eimer and Ladhu. Notion, produced by Notion. Says here in quote, "Kaelin, new demo from me and Ladhu. Not sure about the hook here or the structure. How could we make this into a better song? Keen to know your thoughts." Specifically, hook and the structure. So I'll be listening to it and see what my thoughts are. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on here. Check this out.
Oh, girl, you don't know what you want. You can't tell me that this ain't love. Always stay up late, baby. Like dreaming ain't no fun. You're treating our vacation like you're out on the run. Know what you're running from. Make your mind up, babe, because I won't. You've got something to say that I don't. Make your mind up, I will misunderstand you. I got questions, so I'ma need some answers. Too many nights have gone. Now you can't decipher the right from wrong. Can't remember the things we lost. You can't recall when you acted up. These days it's long nights, you call me up way too late, and you're still holding on to the thought that we'll make it. Made the wrong move, but you did it for all the right reasons. And then you say it's all okay, but this time I really mean it. Oh, girl, you don't know what you want. You can't tell me that this ain't love. You always stay up late, baby, like dreaming ain't no fun. You're treating our vacation like you're out on the run. Know what you're running from. Make your mind up, babe, because I won't. You've got something to say that I don't. Make your mind up, I won't misunderstand you. I got questions, so I'ma need some answers.
Dang, that definitely slaps. So first and foremost, I love what you did. I love what you did. And he said specifically, not sure about the hook or the structure. Well, it was called Super Fine. Part of me was hoping that I would hear that word in the song. So that's one part of it. And actually, I think as well, like structure-wise, everything is kind of like very cruise, right? And it kind of it goes from regular to like cruise to regular to cruise, but it doesn't have a up moment. And I think all the instrumentation and the motion of it does indicate that it's going to go there. And actually, I think because it does go there, you're kind of like in the middle of like disco and like Jamiroquai, okay? And Jamiroquai, I don't want to mess his name up, but Jamiroquai is well known for having these like crazy bass lines and a crazy hook. And I think for this, you do need something that like, she's super fine. Like something that like is like an ear candy moment. Because what is ear candy in this track is that bass line. That bass line is doom, doom, doom. And the reason it's so ear candy, the reason it's so catchy is because you can actually hear a bass do that. Like think about what you would actually hear in like a record like that. So let's kind of pull up some references. A good example is like a lot of Stevie Wonder's records have this kind of vibe too. Jackson 5 has a lot of this vibe as well. Jamiroquai, yeah, you got to go down that rabbit hole because for a track of this caliber, I expect some sort of like thing that like once I walk away, it's something I can't let go of when I hear the hook. But for what it sounds like right now, it's like a chill pre-chorus. It feels very pre-chorusy at the moment. It's right before the moment happens. So, yeah, I would recommend that. I would recommend that. That's literally my only suggestion that will at least help you get you in the right direction. Because so far right now, it's good. It's good. But what will make it better is to have a moment. It needs a moment. It needs something sticky that you can walk away from. And yeah, it needs a moment in order to be able to feel like a song. Because right now it feels like very pre-chorusy, but it's really good though. It's really good though. Yeah, and Ted, I'm not sure if you're looking at my message, but you have to enter the command feedback to be able to access the link. We have a link where you can submit once you skip the line. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I hope that also makes sense too as well, Ladu. Like that would literally turn what you have into like, okay, we're getting somewhere. and build whatever you get around that like hook piece. Because if it's called Superfine, I gotta hear the word Superfine. And honestly, I would recommend listening to any kind of like any of the Bruno Mars records. I would listen to Cameo. Come on now, Cameo. There's also Shucks, The Whispers. Think about like the late Tuxedo. Tuxedo's a great example. Yes. I can see his name clear. I can see his name clear as day. I just can't. I don't know his. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. He's my friend, and I can't remember his name right now, bro. Hold on. It is Tux. It has to have a back and forth moment where it's like it makes you want to repeat it. Superfine, like something like that. It needs to have a earworm. You know what I'm saying? So that's my suggestion. Shout out to Notion, bro. Up next, we have Deed, and Deed submitted to us. He says, heavy inspo from your session with Mad Keys. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Ayo Will's a good example as well. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to Deed. That is too short, bro. We need it to be longer. We need more. We need more. We need more. We need more bonk. I think bonk. We just need more bonk. That's what I'm saying. That's all I need. Short but smooth. Extended by a minute. That literally extended by a minute. That was, and I do hear the inspiration you going for, like, because I can't make a normal assessment as I have with the other tracks because that was very, very short. But yeah, make it longer, bro. You got time. That wasn't even, hold on. That was no more than a minute. That was 46 seconds. That was an Instagram reel on a Tuesday, okay? Aww. But you can make it longer, so go crazy. Please. Corey says here in quote, is it a bad thing that the beat I made directly reminds me of Kanye and Clips? Wouldn't you say it should have been more original? Isn't something I've never heard before always better anyway? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And I'll give you a good example. Is it a bad thing? No. Is it a requirement? It doesn't have to be. And I can explain this. When I was first making beats back in 2005, one of my favorite producers was Just Blaze. Okay. And then it gradually started to shift towards like Flying Lotus and everything, right? So I remember realizing like I wanted to make something that sounds eerily similar, or like my inspirations of what I was listening to sounded like those guys. And I remember having this thing about like, well, I want to be original, but I sound like my favorites. That's like the problem. Let me paint something and kind of give you a true scope of what's really happening here. When you make something that sounds like someone, that isn't a bad thing. That just only means that what you made sounds like what you're inspired by, even if you're not inherently trying to. And that's not a bad thing. It just shows this is where you come from. This just shows that's your lineage. That just shows this is the thing that inspired you. And I can, as a musician, appreciate someone who makes something that sounds like something, but it's not them. It's not like you're trying to 100% sound like them. It's just your sound reminds me of Kanye or Eclipse. And that's not a bad thing. A reminder of what something sounds like is a very strong thing to do. Reminding people of what something sounds like is a huge ordeal with finding your sound. And I would not put it past you to fully ingratiate yourselves with what you are influenced by. Eventually, what you're influenced by allows you to be able to understand what's happening. Because a lot of problem happens is one of the biggest problems is like, and I can hear it in all of everybody's music. There's someone that you guys listen to, or even me, I've listened to someone and you could tell like it's influenced. But it's not a problem to not be 100% original. Every single thing you've ever heard someone do, it came from somewhere. Someone was doing that style before the person that you learned do the style is doing it. Like, before Jay Dilla, there was like, a lot of people said that Jay Dilla's sound reminded them of Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest. Madlib's older stuff sounded like Primo before he started getting more dustier with his sounds. But that all comes from like lineage. Even Pete Rock, like the Pete Rock influence on like Madlib and Dilla, like it's very prevalent. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think those guys were like, oh, it sounds like what they did. No, you're hearing the influence of what it is because music is fluid. You know what I'm saying? And it's impossible to make something quote unquote original until you start discovering these little nuances of what you really enjoy. I don't get my sound unless I listen to Flying Lotus, listen to Jay Dilla, listen to Robert Glasper, listen to Thundercat, listen to all of Brain Feeder, listen to all of my favorite beat makers, listen to 70s soul music, listen to 80s, listen to 90s drum and bass and trip hop. I have a lot of different sounds and styles that I used to make that sound like a lot of people. And eventually at some point, all those things that I started to understand create its own sound. It starts creating a cohesive vision, especially when you sit with it long enough. And the sad part is not a lot of people do sit with it long enough to be able to see what they mimic to become their own thing. And it just becomes a thing, Even me playing these keys, that's all me just... I learned how to do that because I listened to a lot of people do the same chords before I did. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. If anybody says it's a bad thing to like sound like someone, it's not. It's not bad at all. Embrace it. Wear it like a crown. You'll be surprised who's watching and listening to it. And actually what's crazy is I used to make a lot of beats off of Jay Dilla's beats to get my sound. And before you know it, I'm opening up for Slum B. So there's that. I hope that makes sense. So shout out to D, shout out to Corey. Up next, we have a few skips in the line amongst us. And so let's go ahead and skip ahead. I think we got to go to like 12. Yeah, Corey. Jordan is up next. And Jordan says here in quote, I dropped 3 1-bar loops and then made this one, then man made it work for real. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. Jesus, what? First and foremost, shout out to Jordan, aka Cody Westner. That was crazy. First and foremost, the beat was nuts. And I someone said it had like a young skirt vibe to it. And I definitely see it. I see the vision. I'm not even gonna think about it from a mixing perspective. I want to say vibe-wise it was on point, but I will say I wish the vocals were a little bit more for it. I feel like they were a little buried underneath the arpeggiated part, and it was like the drums and the bass smacked so hard that like I couldn't pay attention to what the voices were saying, but it sounded fun. It sounded like you play this in the whip and just crank it. You know what I'm saying? So I think if that was the goal, then like, hey, you made it work for real. So that was sick, dude. And I think for what it's worth, like, just crank the vocals, because everything is already cranked. So I ain't gonna tell you dial it back. It's already hitting. So shout out to Jordan for the one time. You do that idea again, or if you decide to render that out, put the vocals a little more, and that's about it. But appreciate you, Jordan, for submitting. Up next, we got Ted. He says, I don't know. I dropped these and started coding, and he made this. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, I can do a lot. I can just... Yeah. Okay. Up next, we got Ted Instrumentals. He says here, quote, much love to the stream. I release these often. Tapping with me. Blessings. Ted Instrumentals, what we're about to play, he releases these often. So let's see what's going on. 1, Hide and Seek with the Hook by Ted. Let's go. First time submitter. Appreciate you, bro. See what's going on here. I'm about to see what's going on. Shut it. shout out to the one and only Ted for the submission. He says, I release often tapping with me. Honestly, I love the idea, bro. That is the chords, the melody, the sample, that joint is catchy. The hook, catchy. I will say though, there are some leveling things that are happening in your track that I'm not sure if you've peeped, but like it is definitely distorted in some areas. So let me just go and say that like it's great. However, it's really distorted, and there's certain times where like the actual track gets progressively louder. Like it like raises like another 3+ decibels after already like being in the red. Now, it may sound great, but also at the same time, I had to make sure I wasn't tripping. And I looked at the meter, and the meter definitely was showing like red. You know what I'm saying? But not like periodic red, which is okay, cool. Yeah, you know, a little red, but like definitely what like, and I guess I would ask like, do you have anything on your chain? Like anything on your master, anything at all? And I would recommend if there's anything there, I would turn it off. And specifically for the drums and like everything like cranked sounds great, but when it sounds like it's distorting, you can tell. And that has a little bit of distortion element. I think something that would benefit is throwing your drums through a saturator, like turning it down, throw it through a saturator, and then push the drive or the gain of your drums. That way, if you want to be able to get the same kind of like heat on your drums like you were before, but not like overall distort the quality of your recording, which in a way it did a few times. You could throw it through a saturator and get like the same result, and it'd be way more cleaner. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I often like pride myself in is definitely clarity, but I can hear where you're going with it. And it would just be a shame if like no one allows you to know like that if you cut it down, throw it through a saturator, and then push on a soft clip, you can get something that sounds quality wise even better than what you already got. But I think for what it is, it's a great idea. It's a great concept. I would just be very careful with certain systems. Even my speakers, I was like, woo, I got to be careful. Like, let me not crank this. But hey, that's just my feedback and critique on that. And appreciate you, Ted, for submitting, brother, for the first time. And up next, we got Zay Kind. And Zay Kind says here in quote, I really appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. You definitely taught me a better way to look at music, especially through God, and I respect that. Hey, man, I appreciate you. And so, let's see here. Next Level by Xavier Carter. Let's go. Next Level.
You know,
little tough. I'm not gonna lie. Steven says, what up, bro? Do you make music and I do make music and sample packs. Exactly, I do. Shout out to Xavier for the one time. That was phenomenal, brother. What? I think that track is dope because it definitely has an open space. It does feel like This Is America energy. It feels like this is America. This is it feels like something you would hear at the beginning of like a NFL like game. It feels like something you would sync for an NFL game or like ESPN during like, I don't know, something big, sporty, and a lot of like, you know, brutal energy at the same time, you know? If there's anything I would suggest about playing around with it, I'd be curious to see like what other sounds could you incorporate with what you have already created to add on to it. Like you already have like a vocal percussion loop that is, and literally the Madden it has like a Madden football energy to it. So I would recommend, like, if you're gonna go there, like use like the sounds of what it reminds you of. Like actually use that sound, use that thing, and you won't regret the results because your sound is there, your idea is there, and it's very clear. Your snare is definitely punching. I would be curious to know what happened if you push that kick drum a little bit more, because I had it on my speakers and I'm like, it's punching, but it's not hitting. Okay, you could throw a punch and it not hit anything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to keep that in mind. Like, there's a difference between this and like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this, that's a hit. This, a punch could be, you know, and and y'all have some strong ideas that don't need to have like a weak element to it. So that's what I would recommend for you, especially for being called Next Level. Like, do some next level stuff. Like, you named it that. Like, lean into the name. You know what I'm saying? And that's that for what we have right now for Skipping the Line. And we're gonna make our way back to the free slots. It took a lot of good energy making that for real. Hey man, yeah, bro, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. So shout out, bro. Up next, we got Voxy B, and she says, in quote, a Voxy B McNair Aziza Love collab. Good Lord. This was our first track together. God, Lee, all of y'all together in the same space? That's crazy. Lazy Boy, let's go.
He said, you're not no ordinary woman. You're not no ordinary bitch. I'm no ordinary woman. Not no ordinary bitch. He said, ooh, I love your energy. Ooh, I wanna spoil you. What am I to do with you? Ooh, but I'm reclining on these lazy boys. What have you done for me, lazy boy? I'm reclining on these lazy boys. What have you done for me lately? Made me wanna throw my feelings out the window. Tell you to pack your shit and hit the front door.
Get out of here.
You bugging. Oh, why you bugging? Why you bugging? Oh, why you bugging? Why you bugging?
Oh my God. Why is it so short? We need it to be longer. Good Lord, that's insane. I love what you did with that. That was crazy. No ordinary. Like, that is some Kendrick level. No ordinary. like that. It felt like you went like this to the mic. You went, no ordinary. That, like, show her that. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Like, it feels like that's how she said it. But shout out to Voxy. Shout out to Aziza. Shout out to, man, look at y'all, McNair. Like, y'all just absolutely just tearing up the world. One collaboration at a time. That was y'all's first track together. Is this out? Is that out, or is it just in the Dropbox? Because if it's only just in the Dropbox, I'm going to be highly perturbed that it's that long and it needs to be longer. Why would you do that to me? Shout out to Voxy B for the one time. I should be like a sound engineer for like a comedy show. That'd be great. Up next, we got David Donnie. And he says here in quote, my plan, Donnie, his quote is, my plan is to drop 4 projects before the summer is over. Maker's Family really got me inspired to try something out the box and step out my comfort zone. Want to drop this beginning of next month, so any feedback would be appreciated. And also any rollout ideas for it would be a huge help. Thanks in advance. Okay, let's see what's going on. Rush 2, Dontrell Mac. Let's go.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Can't change your attitude like overnight. I had a habit I've been trying to fight. No need to panic, we got plenty time. Can we shed all the shame? There's a lot to embrace. Do you feel the rush? The sudden change. Do you feel the rush? Too much to explain. Fantasy that once like a brand new day. Does it feel like you're alive in all of the right ways?
Wow, bro. You know what? You just mentioned a rollout idea. You said Rush, right? You know what it kind of brought back up? Remember when folks would say the genre techno? It wasn't just house music or quote unquote oons music. I hate when people say oons, not knowing that like where it comes from is like black music, but like techno. That was like purebred techno. Okay? And rollout ideas, I don't know why this just brought up like, and I'm gonna play it a little bit one more time, but this is literally the first time I had. First thing I thought of. I thought about raves from the late 1990s, mid 90s, and look at just the pictures. Look at the pictures.
Yeah.
Images like this.
Can't change your attitude like overnight. I had a habit I've been trying to fight. No need to panic, we got plenty time. Can we shed all
You see what I'm saying?
There's a lot to embrace. Do you feel the rush? The sudden change.
I would literally go to a bar and just record people dancing to this. Just
like a brand new day. Does it feel like you're alive in all
like
of the right ways?
of like energy. It feels like a house party. It feels like a bar joint. You're playing the record in front of your friends, in front of your homies. And it's like, y'all are looking like just cool, bro. Y'all look dope. And do you feel the rush? And maybe it might be a storyline here too. Do you feel the rush? Imagine it's like you have the homie playing the joint and like the whole video is just basically following this girl and this dude that are dancing together. And like probably by the end of the video, it's just them too. Maybe it's the singer and the DJ. Because maybe she was dancing with this dude, but it was like a figment of her imagination. I don't know. But that's just a rollout idea. I would roll it out like it's Ghetto Tech from like the 2000s. Ghetto Tech. That's what it gives me the energy of. Especially a track like that. That's very Detroit, Chicago-ish energy. I'm curious to know where you're from. That's really good. So, there's that. Up next, HD Peak. HP says here in quote, track 3 through 5 on the Flip Project. Excited to hear what y'all think. HP, let's see what's going down, brother. Let's see what's going down, brother. Only go out on occasion, brother.
I said it must be, cause a nigga got dough. Extraordinary swag in the mouth full of gold. Hoes at my shows, they be stripping off their clothes. And the college girls write a nigga name on their toe. Niggas talk shit till they get locked jaw.
That's a good one.
Till you don't, till you get clocked jaw.
That's a good one.
Like a cowboy or a rock star. Everybody play the tough guy till shit pop off.
Let's take it to the basis. You and them Mr. Greatness. My Martin was amazing. Rock Margellas with no laces. Pushed that by the cases. Wait, hold up, that was racist. I would prefer the aces. Ain't no different when you chase it. A 40 ounce of chases. That's just an understatement. I'm early to the party, but my Rari is the latest. Somehow it seems girls in they late teens remind me of favorite jeans, cause they naked like you famous. Like some motherfucker ain't it. These other rappers ain't this. So tell me what your name is. I'ma tell it to my stainless. You aim it for you bring it, but that bring it leave you brainless. It's just me, myself, and I, and motherfuckers that I came with. It's lameness. Niggas wanna hate on me until I tell them to they face they ain't no cheat, no key. Niggas mad cause I'm smooth puffin' zigzag. Tell them quit the riff rap, bitchin' with your bitch ass.
It must be, cause a nigga got dough. Extraordinary swag.
I love the like kick drop out.
Hoes at my shows, they be stripping off their clothes. And the college girls write a nigga name on their toes. Niggas talk shit till they get locked jaw. Prone till you don't, till you get clocked jaw. Party like a cowboy or a rock star. Everybody play tough, got the shit pop off.
Yes, I'm the shit. Tell me do what's thing. It feel good waking up some money in the bank. 3 model bitches, cocaine on the sink, and I'm so body. I might roll up in the tank, cause my chain came from Cuba. Got a lock up on the link, and the red bottom loafers just to compliment the mink. I shank, rolling up that tank, blowing on that stink. What you mean? Tell me what you drink. I'm on that kiss and paint. You can call me Billy Gates, got a crib in every state. Man on the moon, got a condo out of space. Open up your legs. Tell me how it tastes, and them niggas talking shit, so tell it to my face. Tell that bitch, hop up on my dick, rolled up on a quick, in the 6, told her suck a dick, motor dick. I'm the shit, niggas mad, cause I'm smooth puffin' zigzag. Tell them quit the riff rap, bitchin' with your bitch ass.
It must be, cause a nigga got dough. Extraordinary swag in the mouth full of gold. Hoes at my shows, they be stripping off their clothes. And the college girls write a nigga name on their toes. Niggas talk shit till they get locked jaw. Prone till you don't, till you get locked jaw. Party like a cowboy or a rock star. Everybody play tough, got the shit pop off.
Wow. Shout out to Harris. HP. I love the sample too.
Everybody play the tough, got the shit.
That was phenomenal. Phenomenal work, bro. I love the sample choice. I love the knock. I love that you cohesively use the break as not only just the means, but it's so dope to hear like the old school blend of like you got this break, but then I'm gonna throw this extra thud underneath the kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I love that you understand it. And that's track 3 out of 5 on the Flip project. I'm curious to know what the rest sounds like. So you need to let us know when the rest comes out, because that needs to be on SoundCloud yesterday. Okay. And so with that being said, we got 4 remaining, guys. Aww. And up next, Theo Arts is up next, and he says, hope you like it. Curious what your feedback is. I'm curious what my feedback is about to be too, because I have no idea what I'm about to say. So let's see what's going on here. Mistake. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me get this right here. Let's see what's going on. Boop. Click this and bam.
Come on, save me. Otherwise, I lose my mind. Don't leave me to it. Raise my spirit every time. Keep on making the same.
Why does this remind me of something? Oh my God. This reminds me of a song years ago. You got yourself in a mess. It reminds me of a few people. I read to give it up, it's so damn difficult. How can I fix this? Making the same mistakes. Faithful ways, love it or hate it. I just keep on making the same. I just keep on making this. Jesus. Sly Stone vibes. That really reminds me of this guy from years ago. Shucks, that was really freaking good. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name. I remember he had glasses, curly blonde hair, and he made a song years ago called Cool. That's who that reminds me of. And it was on the same kind of caliber of this energy sonically. Not Benny. Benny doesn't have blonde hair. This kid, I knew he was like a producer and he was a writer and singer. But like, he made this song called Cool. And he was like the first cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm blanking on it. Like Zach, that's his name. Hold on. Hold up. That's it. That just brought back a whole memory. Bro. Hold on. Bro, that just brought back a whole... This is what it reminded me of.
You can't tell me that I'm cool. I've always wanted to be cool, but I'm not that cool,
This is what it reminded me of. I was like, yo, That was crazy. The amount of energy that is just sonically inside of this. Toro, yeah. But I'm getting.
Got yourself, you got yourself.
You need to drop that, bro. I don't know what you're doing holding on to that just being at V1. I know that's gotta. Are there more versions of it? Because if there are, you need to drop version 1 and version 2 and version 3. This, who is this? I just posted his name. This is Theo Arts. Theo Arts. You submitted this mug. And I'm like, bro, what the heck? What is wrong with you? Y'all be submit. Yeah, we need this. We need this yesterday. Again. Drop that mug. Theo, I hope you see this, bro. Make me proud and put that out, please. Up next, we got Region Mob, and Region Mob says here in quote, "This is a beat by me and the bro Cooked Up. Follow our next up producer collective, we the Mob Region. Hope y'all vibing with it." Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see here. Rick Valentino.
Good morning to you. The birds.
We the mob, bitch.
Peanut, why you flexing?
Ooh. I know someone that would love this track. This is Zay Falls joint for sure. I can hear Zay on this. Hey. I'm playing on time. I'm sorry, that was. This is so ready. If you let me download that mug, I'm gonna send it to someone. I know someone that would sing on top of this. I gotta send that to someone. I have to send that to someone. I know someone that would love that one. That is a W. This is a beat that the bro and I cooked up. That was a beat featuring Region Mob, and that was We the Mob, RRVX Peanut. Okay. Yeah. W's in the chat. All right, we got 2 remaining, y'all. Ciano is up next, and he says here in quote, I made a new remix for the song Take Over Me by Sunday from his new album, North Star. I want to know your thoughts on this and see how the stream feels about it. I'm going to post it on my SoundCloud and the short form video on my socials tomorrow. Okay, let's go. Let's see what's going on. Sunday. Let's get it. Yeah.
As I look up to the stars in the sky, I can't help it but to wonder why you care for one like me. Ooh, I don't wanna leave it. Take me for a walk among the stars. Find the show me who you are. Make me like an alabaster jar. I fall on my face, you rest apart. I don't have much to say, just Holy Spirit, take over me. 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 Yeah. Holy Spirit, Spirit. There's some things that I will not understand. As long as I'm on this earth, but I learned that I can trust in your plans. 'Cause you made me out of earth. Take me for a walk among the stars. Find the Father, show me who you are. Make me like an alabaster jar. I fall on my face, you raise the bar. I don't have much to say, just Holy Spirit, take over me. Holy Spirit, take over me.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Holy Spirit, take over me. Yeah. Talk to me now, God, talk to me, eh. Talk to me now, God, talk to me, yeah. Talk to me now, God, talk to me, eh. Talk to me now, 'cause I'm all ears, 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 yeah. Talk to me now, God, talk to me, yeah. Talk to me, yeah. I'm all ears, I'm all ears, I'm all ears, I'm all ears, I'm all
Shout out to Ciano for the submission. I love this remix. It's dope, bro. Like all of the frequencies and sounds and sonics you got. And I definitely think specifically a thought actually hit me about this. And actually I realized because you're playing this progression, right, Ciano? And of course you're gonna drop this. So I don't think at any point you're gonna utilize this, but it sounds insane. But literally the sonics of the vocals sound so dope. What I would love, and actually a thought that I had today while I was listening to that was, what if you articulated your chords? So not like, you know how I'm playing? You're playing this chord progression, right? And I can bring it up another octave. got like the chords doing this and they're moving, right? But what if you articulated your chords? So what I mean by articulation is this. Like a little articulation, it'll give you the sonics of what you're using a lot more depth than just playing the actual chord, because I think for like a little bit of arpeggiation, even like the bass, you can articulate the bass as well. And I think that's where a lot of the choices, and you could be playing different inversions of it. So an inversion of me playing this chord, let's say I want to change this note to this, I could go, or I could do, and this is what you usually do. That's usually a Ciano chord, but like to articulate it a little bit, give it a little articulation. People should be able to hear your fingers move. And so that's really my only thing. Because your drums in pocket are already perfect. Just give it a little articulation, and I think you'd be straight, bro. I think that is something that will level up your, not already what you're doing, but it'll level up the entirety of your approach with chords. That's how a lot of my chords happen. I just articulate a lot of the notes. Even when I'm doing stuff like this, that's just me being, you know what I'm saying? So, but you already got it. You already have the tools, bro. You got what you need. But definitely drop that mug. Drop that mug. Put it out. Get the video out. And that's what I got for you, Ciano. And I appreciate everybody that's been submitting tonight. This has been incredible. And last but not least, we have Jananko. Says here in quote, most of my beats end up being between a minute and 30 minutes. And I'm wondering if I could extend the arrangement on this beat particularly, and if anything stands out in the mix that could be fixed. Thanks. Okay, let's see what's going on. I only got a SoundCloud link, so let's see what's going on.
Destiny is a matter of choice, and dinner is a matter of how much Taco Bell.
No, we're not getting supported by that. Yeah, you can make that longer. Jananko, you can make that for sure longer. You got to stretch your sounds out a little bit. And I think you'll be straight because like even what I just did, right? I just kind of hopped on the keys and started playing behind it. Notice the moment that I started playing behind it, it just started opening up. Jananko, you got exactly what you need, bro. It's just you gotta take what you have and keep going with it. Cause like what I hear right now is with your extended arrangement, you can add more. You can add more by expanding on what you have. Like if you like, and genuinely, I would honestly ask everybody, if you want to be able to find more ways to add more ideas to your tracks, what I would do is take like, let's say you got a beat, right? That you don't know necessarily what to do next with it. Go to the beat and solo every single part of it. Did someone say keys? Shout out to Cento. If you want to learn chords, shout out to Cento, the chord guy. He's actually doing tutorials and teaching people on how to, play the keys, play chords. And so you can learn chords from Cento, the chord guy. I love that he just popped up as soon as someone said chords. But yeah, you can learn how to play chords. But what I would recommend is when you listen to a beat that you don't have any ideas to, and this goes for everybody, I would suggest everyone to do this one thing. Go to your session and listen and solo each individual stem. Solo the drums, solo the sample, solo the chords, solo the bass, and literally listen, and by itself genuinely ask your question. Is that all that this sound can do? If you programmed it, if you program the sound, soloing it, and literally listen to it and be like, is that all I can do with this sound? If the answer is yes, leave it alone. If there's more, you might want to sit with that one a little bit, Playboy. Because sometimes I'll play chords. I'll play this over and over again till I'm blue in the face. But then I'm like, I need to be able to change something, because this is going to get stale after a while. You get tricky with it. And that's how I come up with a lot of my jams. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, bro. It allows you to be able to listen to what you got a little bit deeper than just a loop. That's how you escape the 4-bar loop. You listen individually to what you got and ask the question, is that all this sound can do? And if that's a no, then hey, you know what to do. If really a lot of the production questions that we ask ourselves usually start from there. Yeah. Yeah, that was John Co. That was crazy. Shout out, brother. And last but not least, we have Unorthodox. And he says here in quote, this one is track 2, Finding My Way, in the link above. Appreciate the community and hope y'all enjoy. Let's go. Let's see what's going on Unorthodox.
James, I asked you a question. Are you still having nightmares?
No.
We've been doing this long enough that I can tell when you're lying.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Wow. Shout out to Unorthodox for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time. Y'all, tonight has been nuts. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, tonight was a crazy feedback Thursday. And I think what's so crazy is like hearing all of the development of the sounds you guys are creating. Everything is so good. And even someone just said it in the chat. They're like, yo, this community is crazy. Like, if you have not tapped in before what's going on, let me introduce you. This is the Makers Club. And what the Makers Club is comprised of literally the dopest producers, creatives, nicest people you'll ever meet here on the internet. We're just here cooking up, creating, talking, making stuff here on the stream. And periodically, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we're live here on the stream, typically talking, cooking up, creating, and doing Feedback Thursdays. And if you skip the line at any point today, just know, if you copped a skip the line pass, it gave you access to the Makers Club. You now have access to the Makers Club. And that's what I love about these feedback Q slots. It gives you guys an introduction to not only just what's happening here on the stream, but you get to hear like producers that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And some of the most talented people that I've met have been literally off of the stream. Literally, you guys are like the dopest and illest combination and community of people I've ever been gracious enough to just post. And, I appreciate you guys so much for submitting weekly in and out, popping up on the stream and tapping in. And so if you have never tapped in before, just know if you skip the line, you will be able to gain access to the Makers Club. And it's with your submission when you got it. It should be a link to the Discord right there in your email. And two, as well, because a lot of, the feedback that I gave was very brief, very short. I do have consultations one-on-one that you can access. And if you want to access those one-on-one, hit that little command, MKRS, and it will pop up in the chat. You can gain access to Makers Plus. And Makers Plus is where people can essentially book a consultation with me. And through our conversations, we can help grow creatively what you do, what you want to do, and what you want to accomplish as a producer, as a beat maker. If you want to collaborate with your boy, this is the best way to do it. I actually had a consultation today with one of our Makers Club members, and we literally sat and talked for an hour straight about video. J to the K, who's it's actually his name, J to the K. He goes by the name Cinto the Chord Guy. You can learn how to play keys, chords, piano with Cinto the Chord Guy in the Makers Club. And so, yeah, he's in the chat right now. You can actually access him. Cinto, Cinto. Cinto, if you're there, let it be known where you're at. But Tonight has been an incredible stream. I'm excited for next week because next week we have our sample flip challenge due on Tuesday. And if you want to access the sample, it is currently sitting in the Discord in the hashtag sample flip challenge channel, where I post all of the sample flip challenge details right there in the chat. And with that being said, usually I go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern here on the stream. And I'm very excited to see what the future holds for everybody. Not only just a part of the Makers Club, but I love you guys so much. And I ultimately believe that we can crack each other's codes. You know, we can crack the codes of how to get into it. Flame, how do you get into Discord? There's multiple ways you can do it. Simply, you just got to cop something from my store. If you skip the line, you have it in your email. If you cop the sample pack from my store, you can get access. If you get the Makers Plus membership, you will gain access to the Makers Club. All you have to do is just go to my store, KaelinEllis.gumroad.com, and anything you purchase will, not the free stuff, by the way, let me just go ahead and preface that. Anything you purchase will gain you access to the Discord. So join the Makers Club. We have thousands of producers currently in there right now, talking amongst each other, just getting better at what we do. And this is the space to do it. And yeah, I got sound packs. I got templates. I use Ableton Live, so I have a lot of my tools. Everything that I use here on the stream is on here. Like, it's here. And so if you want to access that, highly suggest you to cop not only just a sample pack, but cop your transformation. This is the space to get your transformation for what you need as a producer and a creative, because I firmly believe that we can create what we need and it solves our problems. So with that being said, I love you guys so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern here on this stream, live and direct from none other than the Makers Club. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know.
Love y'all. Peace.